For all of you dear friends in cold places, I just thought I would show you this day. It is 71 degrees outside and I am a bit warm in my long sleeve shirt. Down here in this little bucket, well, it's a big bucket, I am soaking some pine bark in water for about a week so that it'll be ready to become a dye bath. And I'm carding and I'm doing all kinds of things. This morning, I looked through a whole big stack of spin-off magazines that one of you dear girls sent to me last year, I guess, or 2 years ago? I don't know. I'm looking for articles about natural dyeing, and I have found quite a few. It's very exciting. We'll look at that later. Well, I read in my dyeing books that fruit tree bark is a good source of dye, and here is a nice long branch of dead pear out of our pear tree. So I had to saw it off with a saw. It was still attached, but now I'm going to take the bark off of it and soak it. That's what you've been leaning up against. All right, I'm going to soak that just like the pine bark. I'm not trying to make a dye bath out of it. I'm just getting the bark very, very wet. It has to be saturated with water before I then put it into its dye bath to make the dye. So let me show you the magazines, the spin-off magazines that I was excited to find. First of all, this is the Spring 2006. For any of you that have a collection and are interested in looking, it looks like this. And the article inside, this was interesting. It's called Mother Nature's Footstool. It's about a woman who dyed all the fabric and spun it on a drop spindle to make a footstool cover, which is very pretty. But she also describes the whole process of all the different colors for that footstool and her dyeing process. And I'm always looking for plants and methods, techniques. Okay, so that's one. Let me put it where I won't lose the page. The next one, let me see, I think I have 4. Yes, I have 4. And this was only half of the spin-offs that I looked at. This one is the Summer 2005. The cover looks like this. And this is called Sun-Kissed Dyeing. So this has got solar method. Look at those bright colors. But I love pictures like this down here that show all the different yarns that dyer attained, the different colors in the yarns from those various dyes. Black walnut, goldenrod, ferns, curly dock, madder root, coreopsis. One of them used acid dyes, so they could use different dyes. I like the natural ones. Tomato vines, goldenrod, tansy, chokecherry. Yeah, the yellow one there on the end is wool dyed with chokecherry leaves and twigs. Look at that beautiful. Oh. Some of the colors, the natural colors, are kind of indescribable. They're not always, they're muted. All right. The next one is Summer 2003. Look at the cute bowls on the front of this one. Isn't that sweet? And this was teaching, spinning, weaving, and dyeing. It's a whole process with summer programs for children. And there's some pictures of the children who were learning all of these skills. And that was fun to look at. They also talked about various natural dyes. Now this one was neat. Watch out, Lucy. Lucy is sitting on the magazines, of course. This one is Fall 2002. Looks like that. See, I've looked through all these magazines before, but I wasn't interested in dyeing, so I just flipped right over these. This one is Dyeing with Avocados. Now, I've already dyed with avocados, but this dyer says that if you really, Lucy, leave that alone. If you really leave the avocados in there for a long time, you get a much deeper, richer color, and you can achieve wonderful things with the mordants. So, like, this is the depth of dye that she got. And I would love to try that again and get something, you know, more of a deep mauve rather than just baby pink kind of stuff. That's what you get when you do it really fast. Nope, 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 nope. Lucy, nope, nope. Hang on. Whew. She was getting into all kinds of trouble. Here, let's say hello, Lucy. Oh, she just had her surgery to get spayed the other day. She's getting big, isn't she? Sometimes she loves to be held. Right now, she wants to run around. Okay, you go down there. She says she'll stick to the floor for a while. So anyway, really enjoying these, getting lots of good information out of there, encouragement to try things I hadn't done before. So let's get back to the carding that I wanted to show you. Now I'm back to doing the Cheviot fleece. This is the lichen dye. I want to finish this stuff up and get all of my dyed fiber into Rolags as much as possible. Lucy. What are you doing? What are you doing? What you gonna knock over? I thought I'd just take a little minute here to look, before I finish up this Malabrigo noob, which I'll probably do this morning, to look at this fiber that I got from the woolery, and how straight it is. Okay, see how all the fibers are going the same direction. And that's really lovely and everything, but it's just not my favorite way to spin. Now, some of you who are spinners, this will be old information to you, but I thought any of you who aren't spinners, I wanted to show you the contrast between this type of fiber that is so straight. This is merino, and this is, what is this, the Shetland? And it's not just an issue of processing it. I don't think that I could get this Shetland to go straight like that if I wanted to. I mean, if I pull on it really hard, but the merino lies straight all by itself. That's just how it is. Anyway, that's as I understand it. And I don't enjoy spinning this because you have to really separate it to get it. I like fiber to be separated well before. You want it to pull apart like this. If it's holding together like this, you're going to get a strand of yarn that thick, a single like that. So you really have to get it to pull apart and release like this. So you're constantly trying to get it to release, and you have to pull on it. And I just find that to be a bit of a pain. Whereas this is springy, it's going to separate really easily, and I can separate it out and pull it 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 till I really only have, a few strands there. And when I spin it up and twist it like that, I can get a lovely single. It's got a little bit of a halo furriness about it, but it's going to be a beautiful single. Not that this doesn't make a beautiful single, but I just feel like it requires too much work, and I just don't enjoy it. Whereas playing with this is just like a toy. So I thought I would just show you that, especially if somebody out there is just starting spinning and you don't know what to get. If you get, everybody tells you, get merino, it's so soft, and it is very soft. But I just want you to understand the kind of yarn you're going to get, and if you enjoy that, that's wonderful. But if you would rather have something that acts a little bit more like this, then think about getting some cards or just ordering some roving that is not merino and is something else. And yours also will not be so full of VM as mine is, since I got mine raw. Anyway, so there's just a little bit of an idea for you. And I will say, if you get something that's not merino like this, it will generally be cheaper if you get the roving. It's, like if you just get some domestic top or something, it will be cheaper than the merino will be. All right.